Hello, my dear comrades and friends. I am extremely happy to be here to participate in the inauguration of the YouTube channel by the Organizing Committee of the 23rd Party Congress of the CPIM. I would like to congratulate the Organizing Committee and all the comrades who are responsible for this great initiative. I think it is very important for us as communists who know very well the problems about dissemination of the truth of our alternative vision for the development of India, which is blocked very often by mainstream media under pressure of the ruling government at the center. We know how the BJP, the RSS and the Modi government has tried to suppress truth and has become a manufacturing factory for fake news. So the use of new technologies which are available to us, we should be able to use them in a creative manner to disseminate our message to a large section of people so that our alternative vision can be presented before the people in a clear way. And therefore, even though we know that the platforms we used are run and owned by corporate monopolies. I mean, for example, the one running or owning YouTube channel itself is a big US monopoly. But the platforms which are available for us are something we must use. So once again, congratulations for this initiative. The 23rd Party Congress, I believe, is going to be a milestone in the history of the party. And that is because we are really at a position today in India's political development in which the stark realities of the ruling regime run by the BJP and the RSS and the forces that they represent, on the one hand, which represent both an assault on the Constitution of India, an assault on minimum democratic rights of the people, and most importantly, an assault on the people's lives and livelihood through the aggressive pursuit of neoliberal policies. So that is the reality on the one hand, and we know that there has been a consolidation of the BJP-RSS rule at the center. On the other hand, in today's political situation, we also see the fight back by the people. We also see the historic Kisan struggle, the fact that the BJP and RSS government, the invincibility of this government that no, we will never shift our position. They had to bow down to the strength of the unity of the peasantry, the strength of the unity of the worker and peasant in support of the struggle against the black farm laws brought by the BJP government, bulldozing even all parliamentary procedures. And we also saw the huge mass mobilizations on the anti-CA protests, which saw a huge mobilization. And although many people try and project it just as a mobilization of the minority communities, certainly minority communities and especially Muslim women played a very important role in it. But at the same time, we saw in that struggle the tremendous influence that struggle had even on those state governments which were supporting the NDA government. And in that, we can see our alternative political position being represented by the Kerala LDF government, which became the first government in India to declare on the floor of the State Assembly that no, we will not allow this anti-constitutional law to be implemented in Kerala. So the point of today's political situation is that while there is a right-wing consolidation in India's politics, which as communists we have to recognize, at the same time we see this countervailing trends, we see the fight back by the people. And it is in this situation that the left and specifically the CPIM has a very, very important role. Therefore, in this 23rd Party Congress, what are we now going to discuss? the political situation as it exists in India today, the real political situation, and with our focus against this anti-constitutional and I would say anti-national mobilization of right-wing forces under the leadership of the BJP and RSS. That is our focus, how to fight that, how to free India, how to save India from this multiple assaults on the economic, political and social spheres. What is the role and how do we do it of the left? So that is why I say this is a very, very important party congress, because we are going to focus on the independent strength and growth of the CPIM and the left as a crucial factor in the fight against the BJP RSS. And while we don't underestimate in any way the mobilization of these right-wing forces, we believe that the fight for secularism, the fight for democracy, and the fight for an alternative path of economic development, a people-centric development, is to be fought and can be won. And these are all the issues we are going to discuss. We are also going to discuss the issue of the socio-cultural impact of the RSS ideology of Manuvad. This is intrinsic to the politics of the BJP RSS. The assault on women's autonomy. It's a very critical aspect of our political situation today. And there we see the Kerala alternative. The Sri Paksham campaign run by the LDF and supported by the LDF government of alternative values, of equality, of autonomy, of the right to choice of women, and most important of all, the protection of women's livelihood issues, alternative avenues of employment to strengthen women's status in Kerala and Indian society. So this fight against Manuvadi cultures, which is actually what Hindutva is all about, that is a very critical aspect. The fight for Dalits, the fight against the caste system, which today is spreading its tentacles all over with this kind of RSS ideology. And we have seen the dark shadow of that in progressive Kerala society also. So we do not underestimate the strength of these Manuvadi forces and how to fight them. That is our responsibility. And we look at tribals, we look at Adivasis, we look at the assault of neoliberal policies on the very identity of Adivasis as forest-dwelling communities waiting for development. 75 years of India's independence, and today still among the most marginalized are Adivasis. We stand firmly with the rights of minorities. The terrible assaults on minority communities, the latest being this so-called hijab controversy. Can hijab ever become an issue of controversy? Never has it happened in India. But BJP RSS in Karnataka on the borders of Kerala are preventing young women from going to college or completing their school education in the name of removal of hijab. Why in Kerala? There's never been a law and order problem. There's never been a public problem. Yes, we fight fundamentalist forces within the Muslim community also who try and suppress women's rights within the community, but we stand firmly with the rights of minority community guaranteed by the struggles of the freedom fighters reflected in the Constitution of India. So all this is happening in a political situation where the corporate, communal, authoritarian regime of the Bharatiya Janata Party RSS is pushing the fascistic agenda of the RSS in India. And a very important and critical part of that is the crony capitalists they are promoting, the aggressive pursuit of neoliberal policies, selling off India, selling off our public assets for a song to corporates. Can you imagine, my dear friends, in one day, Adani, Ambani earn 1,000 crore rupees a day. This is when 90% of our population cannot earn even 10,000 rupees. And here you are talking about a system of inequality in which these capitalists under the BJP regime are earning 1,000 crore rupees a day. And this also at the time of COVID, during the pandemic. So the fight against the RSS BJP, the fight for workers, peasants, the rights of the poor, is intrinsically linked with the fight against the BJP and communalism. Don't separate the two. And that is our vision. And in today's political situation, we can see the role of the Kerala LDF government. And I think it is extremely significant and extremely appropriate that in a party congress, where we are going to discuss how we strengthen our own party, how we strengthen the left, how we take forward the left and democratic platform, an anti-capitalist, anti-landlord platform dealing with economic, political and social issues. How do we take it forward? It is very significant that it is being held in Kannur, in Kerala. Because for us, the sacrifices of our party in Kannur, the way that we have fought against the violence unleashed against the left by the RSS, and also in Kerala, we have seen the unholy alliance, sometimes direct, many times indirect, of the Congress and the BJP in Kerala. How to take that Kerala model to a new phase and how to disseminate the major aspects of the alternative politics of the CPIM to the country and to the world. That is what we want from this YouTube channel. Our sacrifices, our struggles, our history, through short videos and creative text to the country in a simple, creative way. We stand for socialism, my dear friends. We stand in the fight against imperialism, against capitalism, the worldwide fight for a society based on equality, justice, and the power of the working people, the working classes. I am sure your YouTube channel is going to reflect this multifaceted challenges, but along with that, the struggles, the sacrifice, and the hope of millions of our countrymen and women in the red flag, our cultures, our tradition. That is what is very important to determine the future of India. I thank you, and I once again extend my warm greetings and congratulations to the organizing committee of the 23rd Party Congress, going to be held in Kannur in the first week of April. Thank you. Lal Salam, Red Salute, and my warm greetings to all of you.